where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's third down.
Double dog, that's the way. 95's the same. No, check his right.
To throw is Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the 46-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. From the gun, Jackson. Going to throw right side here, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Watch one.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Go. Out. Block that.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Another try for Penny. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Let's get it. 95. 12. Watch the curve. Off. 95.
On third and goal, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. And Myers able to knock it through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This fielded at the 2. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
Yeah, and if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. Offensively, you might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around. Not having that success, might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
Well, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. And that penalty will move the ball to the 1-yard line.
So difficult to cover a fade route, and you're talking about into the end zone, and sometimes you panic a little as a defender, and the offensive guys are really smart. Sometimes they jump back into you and create the contact.
They'll try and run forward with Penny, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13.
Mike 56, Mike 56. All day, dog.
56, Mike 56, right there.
Jackson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left, and that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player, but he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Now left side on the swing pass. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Undercrunch. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Check 9.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds Hopkins complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bobby Wagner able to record his 5th sack of the season. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go. Switch.
And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the gun, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. Here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. On 2nd and 10. Wilson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43.
Keep it up, guys.
Here's Jackson to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Throwing is Jackson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now Jackson, and they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Okay, ready? 57, Mike 57. Hey, keep it up, keep it up.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go. 56. Push him back. Push him back.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. On second and goal, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Third and goal, Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter.
Go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch one. Come on, D. So Mike's number one. Let's go. Let's go double count right here. Double count. You got tight right 14. Tempo.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Spot. Gotta go. In and out. Let's go. No. Fair.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Alert.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st. That's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Come on now. All go special.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
95 is a send. No, check his Mike. Come on. 95 is Mike. What?
Now it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down.
Let's go, baby. Alert. Here we go. One's the Mike. Spot that.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
A 46-yard attempt.
And Myers winds up yanking it. This is no good. Wide to the left, and this score will... Stay right where it is. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
You can't stop me.
To try again after the sack, Jackson. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And what a return as he brings us one all the way back to the 25-yard line. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here. To begin quarter number 4. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Alert. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Hustle. And bring it.
Wilson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Alert. 95 Mike. Watch 95. It's just zebra. It's just me and you. Shift.
Throwing is Wilson. And that is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Myers' kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Check.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now it's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. 26 yards on the play there.
Watch QB draw. 40. 95 Mike. Hey, 0. Let's go. 95. 12.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again. Wilson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Four down. So Mike's number 1, Mike's Hayward. 14. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20. Not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, pick your game up. Kill. Go. Me.
Throwing again. Jackson. Throwing left side, it's complete. A big play there for the Niners. 48 yards. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a 2nd one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
The 3-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tyree Jackson with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This one taken from the 7. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson flush to his right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quan Alexander in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 30. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
This is caught, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Check his mic. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Wilson now. Going to throw again. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
His guys take over first and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Let's go now. Let's see it. AT-Data. He's gone. Just slant. Whip. Where he go?
After the interception, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. So the victory here for San Francisco. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Niners, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL.